really polished. There's no real specific formula on how to do this, but this is a good way to start approaching goals instead of just trying to do them or remembering to do them and just chipping away at them. For all of your goals that you already talked about, start by drilling deeper. Think about, what is this goal about? Why do I say I want to do this? You know, let's say somebody came to me, one of my clients, and said, well, you know, next year I want to lose 20 pounds. And I would say to them, why? What's that for? Well, because it's healthy. Well, what does it mean to you though? Why do you specifically want it? Well, it's good to be healthy, isn't it? Yes, but, you know, well, I want to lose weight and be healthier because I'm a strain on my family being at the weight I'm at, and I remember the time when I was lighter and we did more and we had more fun. And if I lost 20 pounds, I know I'd be at the right weight to be able to go on the hikes and have the joy that we used to have. Okay, now we've hit bedrock. We've drilled down deep enough, we understand the real meaning. That what you really want isn't the fulfillment that comes directly from losing 20 pounds or the activities involved in the loss of the weight. What you want to do is be lighter so you can be healthier, so you can have a fulfilling, loving time with your family. That's the reason. Does that make sense? So with all of your goals, look at what's the why behind that and the why behind that until you drill down all the way and find out what's really important and why you're really doing this. What's the real purpose for reaching the goal? Not just to feel some satisfaction of achieving something or to prove to somebody else or to yourself that you can do it. It should have its own, you know, purpose that's for you, that serves you in the end in some way that makes sense, that has a lot of meaning, that's going to carry you forward to make it successful. It's going to give you a better chance at achieving that success, but also you might even find a detour that what you thought was your goal wasn't actually your goal. There might be something else that gets you there anyway, and you might be able to reframe what that goal's about. Also, what does it look like? A lot of you did a really good job already of detailing not only what the goal was, but what it would look like to be successful at it. Like what's the measurement? You know, Amanda started by actually saying, like, so that's going to be me doing this so many times a week, or by the end of the year I will have achieved this. You know, so make sure that you define what that success looks like and how you would measure that and how you would measure the progress towards it. Otherwise, you're just trying to do more of that, whatever that thing is, right? Then you would go to, what's the first step? Don't just remember month after month that my goal is by the end of the year to do X. That's how people start their New Year's resolutions. I want to be in better shape. And then by March, they're like, yeah, I should probably try to start being in better shape. Well, I'll try, you know, when the time's right. So it's like, that becomes too, you know, amorphous. You need to define this in a way that you know what the first step is. For anybody, it's going to be, if I want to be in better shape, okay, I'm gonna research exercise, I'm gonna research gyms or personal trainers, make the first phone call. You know, so it's like you've whittled it down to, okay, I have to take an action. So you have to start the process, the big nebulous thing, and you know, nail it down to a small enough level that you know what the first step is, an action that you can take, and then start on that immediately, and then already know what step 2 is behind that, how you would follow up to that, and then continue. And then, now that you've created this maze in your mind, this labyrinth of what this process looks like, and you know where your goal is, you know your destination, you have a maze that you can't see all the twists and turns yet, and you know your origin, you know where you're starting. Now it's a matter of connecting the dots in between, connecting the lines between your destination, where you're going to end up at your goal, and where you are now. And eventually you'll be able to draw the pathway all the way through it, and you'll be able to define those steps as you create them and as you know, navigate through your maze. And schedule as many of those steps as you can. Don't simply try to when it's convenient. Make it part of your life. Integrate it. If it really means something to you and you really want to get to that goal so you can have that treasure that really means something to you once you've defined what that is, that's what's next, is to put that in your schedule, in your life, like it's your job. You know, make it something that you can expect yourself to be doing to the gradual success toward that goal, right? To make that real. Make it social on some level, like we've done here. Check in with somebody. Tell somebody that cares about you, that you care about, that you're going to be working on this, and this is what the goal is. Now, this is different than social media braggery, trying to get the dopamine of, I've told you I'm going to do a marathon, and then you kind of feel this, all these people come out to support you online and say, oh, good job, oh, you can do it, and then you, you already feel this unearned reward socially for something you didn't do yet. So don't do that. Keep it to yourself, and tell one person that you know is going to keep you accountable for it. And I also challenge you to do at least one thing that isn't public at all, something people won't know about, or that you would get no social currency if you did it. Something that's just for you, that you know that you would feel better for having this, and you'd pursue it just for your own sake. And also, if you haven't already within your list of what you defined, do something outside of your comfort zone and your familiarity that might be uncomfortable for you to do and unfamiliar, and something that's achievable but also challenging. Achievable in that it's possible for you to do it. It's something that you might be able to do, but also something that's going to give you a challenge, not something that you will do that you know it's at a level that it's like a cakewalk, and you'll get a participation award to yourself for having done it. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you challenge yourself and have to grow to be able to do that goal. So give yourself a realistic, achievable, but challenging goal. That's all I got. Does that help?
Thank
Questions,
you.
thoughts?